Hey there, everyone. So, what you are about to watch is a live stream that I was in. It was something that came across my For You page, and I jumped in and wanted to give my 2 cents. Now, I took a screenshot of the host's background, and this is what it had to say. There's no purpose for men anymore. Women don't like men. Women don't need men. Women can live without men. And when I came in here, my mindset was on they're talking about all men, period. And even my female friends, if they were to see this, they would assume that they were talking about all men. And what was extra amazing is the fact that the host was a guy. He made this background. And there were a bunch of women in this live talking about how they don't need men. Now, come into this live stream with me with the mindset that I'm thinking about them talking about all men in general. And notice the gaslighting that they're doing. And it was to the point where you can't see the chat here because TikTok privacy wouldn't let me showcase the chat. But even the chat was saying that they were gaslighting me. So, without further ado, here's this live stream, this very disgusting live stream that I was a part of. And I've been bullied in almost every single live stream that I've been a part of, but for whatever reason, I was not upset in this one. I'm getting tired of getting bullied, but, you know, I was not mad at this one bit. Because they were too hood rat and they were too trashy for me to get pissed off at them. That's how much it did not affect me. But I have been getting upset about the gaslighting that's been going on in every single live stream, but this one didn't faze me because they were too trashy for me to be fazed by this. So, here we go. Let's get into this stream, and thank you for watching. I appreciate you. But again, it was to the point where even the chat was saying that they were gaslighting me towards the end. I did get angry at them at the end, though, because they were saying nonsensical things that you will catch at the end of the stream. So, yeah, here we go.
That's the power
It's just
we
getting
have.
old. They all
That's
look
what I
the
mean. That's the
same.
power we have. We can do that.
What?
You know what I mean? Like I say, for the young lady, like I say, she going in the room with 10 guys, guaranteed one of those
Be
guys is gonna
polite.
make her, you know. Exactly. Come on now. You're not gonna go in there and attack. Oh man, how
Yeah, chill out. Legit, when I was 17 years old, my first boyfriend, that's how he tried to get with me, just whipped it out in my face. And I'm like, you can't do that. And, you know, they get mad at me. Hello? What?
No, that's something else. That's different. I don't know who that is.
Right?
Hold on a second, guys. Can I say something? Alea, you dumb bitch. I did not say that we, what I said about Adam was that Adam, you stupid bitch, was created in Adam's own fucking image.
Real quickly, this is the only time I'm going to interject in this entire video. She does not know anything about the Bible, as you can clearly tell. Because Adam did not create himself. God created Adam. And God created Adam in God's own image, not Adam's own image. So this is just the level of ignorance we're dealing with. You don't have to be religious or Christian or anything like that to see that this is the level of intelligence we're dealing with here. Okay, back to the video.
Meaning a grown-ass, fully grown man already there. Meaning your baby daddy, bitch, and your bastard babies, they have to start from infancy and grow to be men. Adam was created in his own image already. And then I specifically said, and ever since then, men have been coming from between the legs of women. Bitch, so do you understand now, Alea? You understand what the fuck I said now? The fuck?
I'm sorry, I know that I said I wasn't going to do any more interjecting, but I just want you to pay attention because that is Lily, the chick in the top left corner of the guest boxes. And she is annoying as all heck. And she interrupts a lot and says some absolutely filthy things.
Bitches like you just be up there sucking dick, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's bitches like you that be contributing to these niggas getting away with shit like this to the point where real women, like, we don't need them. It's bitches like you that need a nigga for $40, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Bitch, you probably live in the fucking projects and got sheets on your window, and you fucking on these niggas, and they ain't giving you motherfucking enough money to buy blinds for your shit, hoe, and your fridge is still motherfucking empty, hoe, and you ain't got no motherfucking dick, hoe, and them motherfucking
Yeah, don't give them free halfway house, basically. Stop giving men a free halfway house.
Big facts. Oh, motherfucking bitch.
If you can do something, don't do it for free.
A real woman knows that it comes to a point where we don't need a man. We have to want a man. This shit right here, what Six is talking about, what Six was referring to when it comes to, for example, taking care of a woman. The majority of niggas do not want to take. They don't even know how to take care of the motherfucking self, let alone take care of a motherfucking woman. You talking about taking the trash out? How many women have to argue with these grown ass niggas like they teenagers? You gonna take the trash out?
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
We do the shit ourselves. But if it's a nigga out there that wants to, he's doing it because he motherfucking wants to. He wants to take care of this bitch. He want to spend his motherfucking money on her, and he want to pay all the bills.
Please teach your boys how to clean.
He wants to do just like a woman has to want a man, because we can literally do everything without you fuck niggas. Point blank period. If you a real one, if you a bottom ass bitch, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, you gonna need a nigga for $40. You gonna need a nigga for a ride. You gonna need a nigga for if you a broke bitch, if you a nothing ass bitch, you gonna need a nigga. A real woman motherfucking want a nigga. We don't need no nigga. We can do everything on our motherfucking self. The fuck? Y'all niggas came from out of West. Y'all niggas, that was my whole point in mentioning Adam. That shit happened one time. That motherfucking, and it only happened also getting into with Eve. That shit happened one time that a woman was created from anything that had to do with a man. Y'all niggas been coming from between a woman's legs ever since then, nigga. Don't you ever motherfucking get it. Y'all been coming straight from between our legs ever since motherfucking then, my guy. Bitch, we can make a whole nother you. Fuck you talking about? Nigga, I can make another you. You niggas is fucking obsolete.
Here's what's funny though, you can't.
Motherfucking dick.
She got her hand on the Bible.
You can't make another one of you can't make another dude without a dude. It takes a dude and a lady to make a dude.
A bitch can go to a sperm, nigga. You can be created from a petri, nigga. A bitch can go to a sperm. You telling me that if I want to have a baby,
who creates the sperm?
You stupid.
It's 2023.
I'm not gonna lie, but
they make babies. They make babies.
Are you telling me that I wouldn't be able to have a baby without interest? Are you telling man, get the fuck out of here? Get the fuck out of here. You stupid.
Really? Because I'm not the one who's swearing every other word, which is a sign of ignorance.
It's okay that people who curse are more intelligent.
Scientifically,
that's not true at all.
We don't restrict our vocabulary. So scientifically speaking, we are more intelligent because we do not restrict our vocabulary. We do not have a motherfucking restricted motherfucking bitch ass.
Women need men to have kids.
So can I say something before you go on another curse-filled tirade?
She won't stop or quiet down. Why don't we just listen to the words she's saying and try to, listen, She says even if you don't agree, you can still listen and learn something,
They think I'm mad. Oh my God.
I know. I know they do. And I see you. You're just passionate.
No. I'm fucking wired. I've been drinking coffee all morning.
Me too. I got you.
Okay, you know what? I think the reason why guys are upset is because I think they're taking it personally when we say that we don't need them. I think there's a difference between.
Nobody cares what you take personally. That's your own fault.
No, I know. Trust me, girl. I know, but I think what they're not understanding is that. I think what men are not understanding is that we're not saying that we don't need them as a whole. Mm-hmm. Obviously, in society, men and women need each other, right? If we didn't have each other, we would not continue as a human race. But we're speaking about individually. Yes, we need each other as a whole, but on an individual level, we don't need each other to survive anymore. Whereas, like, as Lily was saying, in the past, women didn't have rights, so we were dependent on men. Now that we have the same rights as them, we're not dependent anymore. Mm-hmm. Hence why we don't need them. We just want them. And I think that's what they're
women
not getting. We still need them in general.
So you're saying that the line in the host post in the background, if I'm reading it correctly, where it says women don't like men, this gives me the same vibes as Andrew Tate, who's an absolute dog water human being as well.
I don't think so. I feel like when he says like women don't like
most women you walk up to felt inviting like they wanted you there?
What?
You feel like most women you walked up to were happy that you did that, like you were genuinely happy that you're approaching us. Do you genuinely believe that women like men?
Yes. Every one of my friends is a female. My best friend is a female. She likes when I'm around.
Have to do with her liking, like, again, in general.
That's not what I have. I asked
you're saying a personal factor.
Right. Yeah, I think full-on hate isn't what we're going for here. Like full-on like hatred of like men. We don't want to hate. I mean, I don't think that's what this live is. There's no purpose, which I agree with, but there's no hatred.
Yeah,
in that,
exactly. It goes back to what I said. Like we need to understand the difference between speaking in general, and there's a difference between a general opinion and an individual one, right? So in general, when people say women don't like men, it doesn't mean every single man I meet I'm automatically not going to like him, right? I have friends that I like. I like the man.
Oh, so every time a man comes up to you, he's automatically suspicious.
Oh, I got my pepper spray. Yeah, I put my finger on my pepper spray. Man comes up to us,
that sounds like a massive insecurity issue. Because the way that I was raised,
it sounds like a safety issue.
Oh yeah, it's insecure on our part to be wanted left alone.
We want to be left alone. Stop approaching us while we're in line, trying to buy food for our fucking kids. Stop approaching us while
we're insecure because we want to be left alone. But you're insecure because you can't be alone.
You don't even know my position. I haven't even told you my position on this whole thing.
A research article right here and like some YouTube videos.
What are you talking about? You're telling me
guys from men rejecting.
No, my position is this. I'm the type of person who will simply just say hi to a person. I will have a short interaction with them and I will walk away.
That's what we
be like. And that's you, buddy. That's you, buddy. But most of the time, when men get rejected,
most of the time, women interact with men. We do not want to interact with y'all. Y'all will not leave us alone. You ask us out, and then it's, you can't have friends.
I've never asked a woman out in my entire life. I've been single my entire 30 years, and I'm perfectly happy.
But that's you. That's you.
It's a big world.
Again, you think that is normal and average. Why do you keep putting you in this situation? We're not talking about
you're putting you in the situation.
We're not talking about you, Todd. We're talking about in general. I never said me. What are you talking about?
Like, you don't do that. You genuinely never harassed a woman in your life, and we're not talking to you. The word men should not trigger you. If you're not one of those men, it should not trigger you.
Really, because if this was a live that said women and it was the exact same statements, all of y'all would be up in your feelings. And I think those live streams the same way
that doesn't equate the same thing.
That's you projecting because other
people's opinions don't like.
Radio, do you think over time
the same thing? Historically,
when they do lives about baby mamas and people cheat,
somebody's trying to ask me a question. I can't hear because people are over talking. Somebody's asking me a question. I can't hear because they're over talking.
Radio, do you think over time women have changed in terms of gender roles?
Elaborate, please.
Hey, wow.
Elaborate, please.
Okay, yeah. So back then, women couldn't.
Okay, hold up. I'm trying to be respectful here and asking for clarification because I don't understand the question.
My bad, it's just funny, bro. Like, chill out.
Okay, so back then women couldn't work, do things on their own, and now that women can do things on their own as time progresses in this generation, men are upset because they can no longer provide the basic necessities to women, and that frustrates men because they have to provide more than just basic necessities, like emotional maturity, support, other factors that men are too lazy to give. So the bare minimum in your head is what women can already do. So they no longer... Women can already do.
They can no longer what? You got cut off.
They no longer need men.
Well, I think that anyone who can't provide emotional maturity, regardless of who you are, gender-wise, if you're talking about,
that's why men don't like gender roles. Because
can I finish my statement, please?
Because they know they can't provide anything more than just basic necessities. They don't want to put in the work to put in emotional maturity, so they wouldn't be lazy about it. That's why.
Okay, can I finish?
That's why men are mad that women can now stand on their own 2 feet and do things on their own.
Can I please finish my statement?
Sure.
I was saying, regardless of who you are, what your gender is, it doesn't matter. If you're in a relationship and you cannot provide emotional maturity and stability, then you either need to seek help for that, and you need to see what's going on. And this is coming from a guy who does have depression issues. You need to seek help for that, regardless of your gender, because both sides need to be emotionally mature. That's an issue that everybody has. That's an issue that I see with these high value men streams, and that's an issue that I'm seeing right here in this very live stream as well. I'm seeing.
Why do men fight so hard to go to therapy and stuff?
Sorry, what was that?
This is just what you're saying. I'm just bouncing off what you're saying because you said that you have depression issues, and most men that I've met in my life do, and they always fight to go to therapy or get on any type of medication for help. They always insist, I don't want to go to the doctor. That's a pretty common. I know that's becoming less and less as people age and new generations come up and they're a little smarter. But
if a man is seeking therapy, then that's a good thing,
right? That's what I'm saying. Actually, I feel like more should.
Yes, I agree with that too. But here's the thing: a lot of men have been told and have been told by society that they have to just suck it up and they have to man up and they have to not show emotion or showcase emotion. And that is a very negative thing. I've been told that a lot recently, actually, which is why I don't show my face anymore.
What you're told, you haven't, as a man, if you've been told that as a child, you've been taught this toxic thing as a child.
I was not, I did not say I was taught that as a child. Where did I say I was taught that as a child?
All right, that's why I said if, and I'm referring to this, and you're an exception because most men who have this issue, they are taught from a child, boys don't cry, boys this and this and this and that. So what I'm saying is, why is it that what's stopping you from, I guess, gaining the knowledge necessary to make the change, I suppose, or to be enlightened enough to know that, we're just, we tolerate you guys, but we really don't like you guys, and when you guys approach us, by the way, when we're minding our business, buying tampons while we're bleeding half to death, or, we're pumping gas for our fucking car because we nearly just, ran out, or you guys come up to us, we really don't like that. You know what I mean? Like if we didn't approach you, leave us the fuck alone. We really don't like it. We tolerate it. You know what I mean? We'll fucking give you the wrong number and you think, get the
I agree with that.
When is it going to be over? Like, oh my God, why is this guy and then there's 10 more of you that's going to do the same fucking thing.
Stop harassing women.
We're tired of it. We're fucking tired of it. We really don't like you motherfuckers, but we tolerate you.
Stop the harassment.
At this point.
Well, here's the thing. I fully agree.
And also keep in mind one more thing. All of these women are up here telling you, do not speak for us. We're up here telling you, okay, how we fucking feel. So please keep this in mind when you're thinking about approaching some other bitch. Keep in mind, most women generally don't, we tolerate you guys. That's why we use you. That's why we were like, oh my God, what the fuck can I get from him? All right, Johnny, he's the one. I want Johnny, he'd be feeding me pasta and lobster.
Well, that might be a person.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, basically though, what she was saying was, just don't approach us, let us approach you. And if we don't approach you, like if you're one of those guys that's like, women don't check me, just go work on yourself,
And radio, can I respond to what you said?
Website,
Yeah, when you said that men and women should be emotionally mature and understand and basically have good character. Sorry, that's my kid. When you said that, we agree, no one's saying that that's wrong, right? But the difference is that when we're talking about for the majority of history, men have been, not only have they been in charge, but they also have not given women equal rights. And by that, I mean the right to work, the right to attain wealth. They make women be dependent on them, right? So if a man is with a woman and she cannot get her own money or have her own place, do you think that man is going to have the desire to be emotionally mature or to treat her fairly if he knows that she cannot leave her because she will not thrive in society without him?
No.
Exactly.
So
on radio. So I'm going somewhere with this, right? So no, right? He's going to be more inclined to not be a good man to her because he doesn't have to be, right? He's like, I don't have to do anything for her because I know she's not going to leave me, right? I can abuse her, I can cheat on her, whatever. She can't leave me because she needs me. Okay. So if men have been that way for the majority of history, and now we finally, within the last century, have gained our own rights, right? Do you think that men are all of a sudden going to make a 180 and start treating us fairly and justly, or is it going to take time?
Well, you're assuming you're making the assumption that all men act like that.
I'm not at all. We're speaking in general, right? We're speaking about, and the majority just means more than 50%, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, majority means majority. So even if the percentage is like 38% and then the rest is like 49%, like whichever one has the highest, that's majority. So even if like it was 1% of men that was more worse than the others, it's majority of men that's bad.
No, it's not the majority of men that's bad. Here's the thing.
That's not what you didn't listen to say.
It's majority. If I misunderstood, then I apologize. I have ADHD. Sometimes I misunderstand things. Please repeat that. I apologize.
Saying that majority of something doesn't necessarily have to be 50% or more. It just has to be the higher percentage. So it can be any number as long as it's a higher percentage. That's what majority is. But Radio, I did want to say that I do think it's very dense for men to feel like when women say that they don't like men or women say that they don't need men, it's kind of dense to not understand the nuance of the conversation of what they're talking about and what they mean. It's kind of surface level to say, well, not all men are bad. And it's kind of surface level to say, oh, you guys do need men because we build the roads that you guys walk on, the cars.
Where did I say that? Where did I say that one
time? She's just saying. She's not saying you said that.
Oh my God. I'm laughing. I'm just saying, where did I say that?
Oh my God. She didn't say you said that. She's just saying. She's just saying.
Relax, bro.
Yeah, I also think that Radio, like you take everything personally, and when
I'm laughing at this, I'm just saying, where did I say that? I'm not taking it personally. You say me laughing at this, taking it personally.
Did she say that was a quote from you or no?
She just gave an example. That's all. She was just giving an example.
Why are you so angry, Radio?
Yeah,
I'm laughing. I'm not mad.
I don't know. You could cry. It's okay though. If you're gonna cry, it's okay. And you could fool me.
Oh, you guys are so up your own backsides.
Wait, what's happening?
I feel like you are because honestly, you've been.
I think it's falling apart a little bit.
He's a fan.
I'm a what?
Hey, Radio, chill, man. They ain't know with you, man.
Okay, guys, can I just finish I want Radio to understand. So what I was saying, right, when we say the majority of history men have treated women poorly.
Hold up. I like the gaslighting because I'm clearly laughing at you and I'm asking where did I say a certain thing, and here you are gaslighting me saying it's okay to cry, it's okay to do this, that, and the third. When I am in no way upset whatsoever by any of this.
Okay, then it's fine. Never mind.
Nobody said that.
Then shut up. You said it backwards.
I have it on recording.
I feel like everybody's in their feelings right now. What was the topic?
Yeah, Radio. So I promise you, I'm not being disingenuous. I'm actually trying to genuinely come to an understanding with you, right?
I believe you are the one and only person here who's not being disingenuous.
Okay. So all I'm saying is that, so when the majority of history, men have treated women poorly because they could, and women could not leave them, right? Because they would not thrive in society without men. And we say that less than a century ago, women were given their rights, okay? You agreed that men are not going to magically start treating women well, right? Like, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a very gradual and slow change for them to unlearn that poor behavior towards women, right?
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So it's not just a flip of a switch where they're going to be like, oh, we give them the rights. We can be nice. We have to be nice to them now. We're talking about men who treat women poorly.
If that were the case, racism would not be real. We would find today.
Those men who treat women poorly are going to raise boys who treat women poorly. And so that's why it takes time and it's happening very slowly. That's why we still today, even though we've had our rights, we still see men who treat women poorly because of their fathers, their grandfathers, and so on and so forth. Do you get that?
I do, but here's the thing. If you're being raised by a toxic line of people, you're going to continue to have toxic people. But if you're raised by a good line of people, then you are going to have good people. And
okay, so Radio, can I respond to that real quick?
Do you mean your parents?
I agree with that, right? But you acknowledge that the majority of men, for the majority of history, were treating women that way. So if we're talking about the majority of men treating women poorly, we are talking about the majority of men having a toxic upbringing, teaching men that it's okay to treat women poorly.
When I came in here, I saw the host's prompt where it said, there is no purpose for men anymore. That's a bold statement. And that women don't like men. That is also a bold statement because you're speaking on behalf of all women when you make that statement. Women don't need men and women can live without men.
These are general. These are general. So not speaking on behalf of all women. Were you raised by a single mother?
None of your business.
Okay, because if you were, I'm pretty sure she didn't fucking need a man when she was raising you. There's people in here who were raised by a single mother, and their single mothers work 2 jobs and 3 jobs in the heat of the night. And she was a hardworking woman, and she was a single mother, and she did not need a man. And she probably, maybe, whether she liked women or not, if she's raising kids by herself, we don't need you. So that's an example. If she didn't,
there are single mothers.
Women can live without men. This is general. This is a general statement. If your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, your sister, your daughter is living without a fucking man and she's taking care of herself, that's an example of number 2. An example of the third. Women don't like men. We fucking tolerate you guys. Okay, there's women in here that genuinely don't really give a fuck. It's like I'm not, my dick don't get hard when I see a guy. I don't get wet when I see a guy. I don't really care too much. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't do anything for me. I tolerate you guys because we live on the same planet. But I don't go out, oh my God, I'm head over here. Please give me your phone number. Please call me. Like, if a guy approaches, like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to buy blunt wraps. I'm getting ready to go smoke. You blowing my fucking high. I'm not even high. Get out of my face. Okay.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude here. In all seriousness, you might want to be careful because if you say certain things, you might get the live taken down. This is me genuinely just trying to protect the live.
Well, they don't take the live for saying nigga. That's for sure. Nigga.
I know that's fine. I think he meant the weed part. I think that's the bad part.
I don't know. China doesn't give a fuck. This is Chinese TikTok, guys. I mean, I don't think
420 in my name, so who cares?
I think our perspective about all of this really changes when we find the partner for men and women. Like, we find the partner that we actually connect with, that actually adds value to our life. We all say the same type of shit, like men and women. We don't need one another. We don't need anything other than the bare necessities to live. Absolutely, air, food, water. That's it. But if we want to survive versus thrive, we need some extra things. And hopefully, we've evolved outside of basically just trying to survive on a day-to-day basis as a species by itself. So once you actually find somebody that actually like adds to your life, you end up needing that person because that person is adding so much value, not in terms of whether or not you will be able to wake up in the morning and be able to go forward in the morning, but because that person adds so much value to your life that you cannot see your life without that person. All of this changes. We talk all this shit when we're hurt, when we don't have nobody. We've been through this shit over and over again. We say we don't need nobody, whatever it is, because the people in our life that we've had have done us wrong. But the minute we get somebody who hey,
you are annoying as heck.
Listen, both of you are right, to be honest. Like, both of you guys are right. It's like everyone's has their own experiences, and you're right. Like, I'm 36 and I'm still waiting for that. Like, I know that does exist. It's just that I'm at a point where I would rather tell people, you gotta keep your standards really high right now. Because I don't know, the way that women are getting treated out here, just getting killed on the streets. And
I would agree with you. I would agree. I think honestly, and I talk to men and women. I want men and women to keep the standards high because it's too many women getting hurt by men and all that shit. There's too many men that are falling for ass. Like, decent your ass from the things that you're looking for. You'll realize majority of the women that you find attractive, that you would go for, you fucked with, you never would have, because they are not people that you would have dealt with outside of the sexual category. Right. And that's why I try to tell like, if you just hit the ass, you'd be like, God damn, these motherfuckers is lame as fuck.
Don't think with your penis, basically.
Yeah, you realize that once you decenter. So I completely agree.
Here's what I find funny is you're speaking in generalizations, so I'm going to speak in generalizations. The same women that make these claims that they don't need men and this, that, and the third, listen to rap. Can I finish my statement, please? Continue to listen to artists like, I don't know, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all this other stuff that constantly seek the validation and attention of a man. I find that super ironic because
when does it seek the validation of a man? Does it become the lyrics where they're like, go out and do this for men, please? Because like, those girls constantly tell us, fuck these niggas, don't do shit for them, go shake your ass, don't give a fuck if they don't care if you shake your ass. Like, what?
Also, I think you misunderstood.
Here's the craziest part about that, because I'm literally
like substance to it.
Here's the craziest part about all that. Like, I'm really in the industry, and like my last album was with Cardi B, and nobody, guess who writes those records? Men write those fucking records. Yeah, men write those records. True. All of this, fuck these men, all whatever it is. These women rap that shit and go hop into the Mercedes G-Wagon with their dude. They selling this shit to y'all. We are selling this shit because we know that the highest consumers of music are women. It has always been that way since Nielsen came out in 1976. Women buy majority of the records industry and always have. You can look at the Taylor Swift fans. Men are not buying records, so we make music
that's
for
what they
women to listen to.
Period.
We make
you are sexist.
So we're able to, if we formulate a specific perspective of an artist that
what does her being sexist to men do?
Huh? What'd you say?
What does her being sexist to men do?
Her sexist to men do?
I said
I'm just asking, what does that do?
No, it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Like, what happens because she's sexist to men? What happens?
It's just showing how ignorant and bigoted she is.
I'm asking you what happens.
I thought me being sexist to men means that I show my fucking tits.
Nice.
Okay, what is she on? Like, seriously.
It's fine. Don't be bothered.
I mean, you said we listen to Nicki and Cardi, and they be saying shake their asses and fuck these niggas, but that's for male validation, you said, right? Fuck these niggas, shake your ass, do what you want. It's for male validation.
Well, I mean, WAP is one of the songs I was mostly thinking about.
What about it? I have wet ass pussy. Just because I have wet ass pussy don't mean you get some. Like, what? That's not for you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Have you ever listened to a song that you don't relate to, but you just like the beat and the music?
No.
Oh, really? You never listened to radio music?
That's valid.
Also, never walked up to a woman and he's 30, so like, he's not a normal person. He's literally an anomaly. He's never walked up to a woman and he's 30, he doesn't like music. He's literally an alien. Stop trying to talk to this man. He's a troll.
Like, some people can
I'm not a troll. No, I talk to women all the time. I just don't
care if you tell me you're not a troll. Personally, I think you're the biggest troll there is.
No, literally, and you're so mad. Like, honestly, like,
I'm not mad. I love the gaslighting. Nowhere am I mad. I'm literally smiling right now.
Radio, you're giving an emotional response.
Wait, can I ask Radio? Can I ask you a question?
So me being emotional, me showcasing emotions of any kind is bad.
Let me finish. You're giving me an emotional response. Let me finish. I never said it was bad. I just said you're giving an emotional response. Let me finish. Okay, so I'm trying to tell you, right? Some people, they listen to songs just because they like it.
I do.
Like, it doesn't have to be. And the fact that you brought up Nicki Minaj, like, I'm not gonna lie,
because she constantly tells us fuck male validation.
If you were in a crowd, if you're in a different crowd, I feel like you wasn't gonna bring the rap
music. Because I listen to mostly. Here's the thing. I listen to mostly rap music. I was listening to rap music a little bit ago.
Because you know, in all of her concerts, she'd be like, fuck these niggas, get on your fucking school shit, get your money up, you a bad bitch. What are you talking about?
Most of the rap music I listen to.
What are you talking about?
Most of the rap music I listen to.
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. We're using those examples. Don't try to switch it up. Most of them.
You happen to pick two very free-spirited women.
You asked me a question, though. You asked me if I ever listened to music. You asked me.
Let him talk. Go on, Radio.
I was asked a question if I ever listen to music that I don't relate to. Not for the most part, no. Most of the music I listen to is usually would be considered the contemporary Christian rap music scene. And so, no, I don't. I try to listen to music that matches the way that I feel, matches how I am, and matches who I try to be as an individual. I try to showcase respect towards people, and I try to showcase, the values that my parents raised me to have as a man and as somebody who is to be respectful towards women and towards people in general. I was raised in Mississippi. So no, I really don't listen to this type of music because I don't relate to it.
Okay, so one, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to like rethink the fact that maybe you don't respect women as much as you think. Because like right now, like you're projecting a lot just based on what you're saying, okay? I'm not saying this to be funny.
More gaslighting.
I'm not trying to gaslight you, bro. Like, I'm literally just trying to tell you.
You came up here and said the dumbest shit ever. You said Cardi B and Nicki Minaj advocating male validation. Well, every day
things that popped into my head.
Every single day they say, fuck these niggas, get your money. Every day they say, fuck these niggas, get your money, get your bag. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
that's what y'all hate. That's what y'all hate. What are you talking about?
She's admitting he didn't know better.
You are so gaslighting me.
You should know that those particular women are very free-spirited. Bad examples.
Because like low key, right?
I can admit that I probably used bad examples, but they were just the two artists that popped into my head. I can admit when I use a bad example, but you are so gaslighting at me right now, and it's funny.
Wait,
you said a specific thing. You say you have ADHD too, so you understand. You said a specific thing, and now you want to make it general. Now it's all rappers. You said Nicki and Cardi. Don't fucking play with me.
I said when you listen to artists. Here's what I said exactly. Here's exactly what I said exactly.
Any other rap except Christian rap. How the fuck do you know?
That's why
because it's not like they don't work at a place that doesn't bump that crap.
You said you never listened to a song that didn't align with you. So now we lying?
That crap. Radio, are you telling us that freaking song that tells us that talks about pasta and lobster and the white boy on the roster?
You know what? But you never heard these songs.
You have freaking
know what? But you never heard these songs.
Hold up. There is a difference between you asked me, do I ever listen to music that doesn't align with what I believe?
Were you not listening to it? How do you know the lyrics if you never listened?
That means do I hold up?
How do you know the lyrics if you never listened to it? Please.
Hold up. Let me finish a sentence.
Do you be feeding bitches pasta and lobster or no?
Shut up, Lily. You are annoying as crap.
Oh, that made me wet.
That nigga don't have no money for pasta nor lobster. He can't
afford pasta and lobster.
Don't tell me to shut up.
So not only are you poor shaming me, you're poor shaming.
Okay, Radio, just finish your point.
And is what about it?
When you probably don't make that much cash either.
That's your opinion. If you know my job, you know what I do. You know how much I make. Come on.
Cool. If you make a lot of money, cool. Most of the rich people that I've met in my life don't flaunt their money. But all I'm going to say is this: when you ask a question such as, "Do you listen to music that doesn't align with what you believe?" That means
that's not what I said. But okay, go ahead.
That is what you said. That is exactly what you said. Do you?
That's not what I said.
We're not even in the same box.
Music you don't relate to. I didn't say you have to align with it. I said
okay,
that you don't
relate to.
And then on top of it, you presented the rap and like Nicki Minaj and stuff. So if you don't listen to rap, okay, let me finish. If you don't listen to rap if you don't listen to music that you don't relate to, how do you know what they be singing in the rap music?
Because I don't listen to it, it doesn't mean that it doesn't pop up. Listen, when you ask a question such as, "Do you listen to it?" That means, are you asking me if I actively seek it out or bump it on my phone? That is what that means when you say, "Do you listen to it?"
Okay, so next time video, if you're confused about your
ears, the song come through the passages. You fucking idiot.
Hey, I never called you an idiot. I never insulted you or anything like that. At all. At all.
Fucking pasta and lobster. What about that, huh? We were all promised pasta and fucking lobster. Someone
so the moment that you start, here's the thing. The moment that you start calling somebody insults and names, that's when you have lost your argument. So I'm going to politely bow out of this argument. You guys
he's going to deflect if we start cussing him. He's going to deflect because he's deflecting right now. So
I'm not deflecting. The moment that you start calling people names is when you've lost the argument or you don't have a logical argument. I've not once insulted any of you.
Like, no joke, everybody. Just take like 2 big ass deep breaths real quick. I feel like we're really, it's really just in through your nose, not through no, Radio, please. I actually have a question. Well, I feel like I was civil,
You were civil. Yeah, okay, I will stay and answer your question because you are civil.
Thank you. Because at one point you read the title of the live, "There's no purpose for men," I just was wondering, like, when you read that and you wanted to pop in, like, what was it that you felt? Like, were you like, I'm genuinely curious, like, because I want to understand men in my own way as well,
Okay. She's asking, what was your purpose, basically?
Well, no, not like, what are you doing in here? Not like that. Like, I genuinely want to know, like...
If Lily continues to interject, and this is nothing against you, the lady asking me this question, if Lily continues to interject, I am going to leave.
She can do whatever she wants. Just stop letting it bother you. But so, do you understand what I'm asking though?
Yes. Whenever I see lives where it states, because this is what it was going on in my brain when I saw this. When I see live streams, because I was scrolling through this, I see live streams where it says there is no purpose for men anymore. I constantly see people hounding men, dogging on men, not in a relationship way, just saying in general, there is zero purpose for men at all. Mm-hmm. Like, I've seen videos where women have stated, we don't need men anymore. We can do everything without them. And that is what I think whenever I see that. As somebody who constantly gets told that I'm not needed anymore. As somebody who constantly gets belittled for simply being a man or even somebody who might be a black Christian conservative or any of that.
Hey,
that is
I can literally put
all
of that to rest for you by saying that, like, that's not at you. You know what I mean? Like, they're talking to the men in their life that hurt them in the past. They're not talking to you. You know what I mean? So you are an ally to us. You just don't see it because, you see stuff like this and you think that's at me, but it's not at you. It's not at you. No,
because even my female friends would look at that and believe that that's part of their own.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, yeah. I defend men myself. I'm here to do that.
But like we said, you're triggered. You took it personally, and that's why you came up here.
No, I'm not triggered. I'm not triggered.
But it's okay to get triggered because that's how you heal. And you know,
now I see the gaslighting coming on, and this is
no. Wait, what? Huh?
Have a blessed day.
I mean, I just told him he was valid, but okay.
No, not you, but everyone else who's saying that I'm getting triggered. I'm not getting triggered.
You took it personally.
I'm not gonna lie, Radio. I feel like
I gotta put blinders on you.
Like you don't really want to have this conversation for, and that's why I said like you should rethink if you actually respect women too. Because like, look, if your female friends are also saying that, then maybe that holds like like a big weight. Because also people personal to you are saying that, and people online as well. Maybe you should just rethink that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we're trying to like talk to you about something, and you're like thinking we're gaslighting.
You're not talking to me. Calling me an idiot is talking to me. Laughing at me is talking to me. Insulting me is talking to me. Are you freaking kidding me?
Learn the difference between black faces. That was me. I called you the idiot.
I didn't say who called me an idiot. So the fact that you're
talking
assuming
to her though, and she said I never said that, and you continuously say it. So it seems like you're trying to lie on her.
No, I'm not. I am not. I'm talking about the stream in general. And I'm black myself, dude. So
that don't mean you can't identify black faces. What?
California, I can tell.
Like,
I'm from California.
I'm from the state of Mississippi. I'm from the state of Mississippi, living in Cincinnati, Ohio. I've never been to California in my life.
You should come here. We got good pussy out here.
Like, actually, though.
I'm a virgin by choice. I'm waiting till marriage. So
well,
no, thank you.
Be having this conversation. You don't know what a woman is. Out of here. Hold up. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. Much love to y'all. I'm gonna pop out. Thanks for the chat, guys.
Are you even 18, Radio? Are you?
I'm 30. I'm 30 years old, born in 1992.
He's 30, and he's never been on a date with a woman. Listen, he said he don't be harassing women. That was one of the first things he said earlier.
Right. How's he?
And y'all in the chat trying to act like it was.
Oh.
You freaking called me, not you specifically, but people in the chat literally called me an idiot. How is that not belittling me? And then
I will again say it was me. It's okay to say it was me. I called you an idiot.
I'm not paying attention to the screen right now. But that's why I'm saying the stream in general. I'm not saying specific people. But the simple fact that you're making fun of me for not sleeping with a woman? Are you kidding me?
They're not making fun of you. I remembered. I told them again that you said you don't harass women. You never walk up to one, and you're 30.
No, Lily was the one making fun of me.
I never made fun of you. I said,
yeah,
how
you
are
did.
You having this conversation? No, I said, how are you having this conversation if you've never even, you don't know anything about women? You have no fucking clue what we want. How are you even?
Every one of my friends is a woman. Every single one of them. I don't have to date a woman to know anything about women. That is an ignorant stance to take.
I will agree with you on that. You don't have to date women to know about women.
Now I am getting annoyed. Because to say that you have to date women or be with a woman, you got to know anything about women.
You gotta fuck a woman to know what she wants. You fuck that pussy, a woman gonna let you know, baby. You gotta get some pussy.
Okay, but now you are belittling me because I'm a virgin by choice.
I'm a woman, and I'm not no virgin, baby.
Oh, I can totally tell,
sweetheart. We are grown.
I can totally tell.
You know, a woman gonna let you know. You gotta put that thing on us, baby. You gonna have to drop that.
She's fucking with you, but you're getting irritated. So like,
you are a disgusting human being.
We're laughing at the fact that like we're joking. We're genuinely joking, fucking around with you.
Hey, personally, I'm done with this because Radio is too much.
He's gotta be a troll, right? Like, why? He's a troll anyway.
Like, there's no way. And then people in the chat trying to act like I was like being like weird because somebody literally was.
I swear I was on another live with him, and he said he was divorced. I swear I was on another live. He said he was divorced.
Yeah, like, see, like that's the stuff I'm talking about. Like, nobody really understood. Like, when I first gave me what I said, nobody heard that, and they was trying to be weird and stuff like that. Like, nobody was even doing that.
That man started being weird, and then he didn't like the licks back.
And then y'all talking about he had ADHD. That's why he was like being
I literally
weird.
have ADHD and autism, and that's why I was like, when you said specific things, you understand that we hyper focus on specific things. You said Nicki and Cardi. I'm gonna pull up all Nicki Cardi songs. Which song did they say, "Please men"? Because in every song of there is "fuck niggas, get your money, shake that ass."
Anyway, my final point before I leave is that there's no purpose for men because they find purpose in women. They need to decenter their life from women and also, okay, all right. Anyway, decenter their life from women and actually like live their life for them. Have hobbies, live life, have friends, make meaningful relationships outside of romantic relationships. And yeah, that's it. That's my point. So if you think it's dumb, then so be it. But I feel like that's my opinion. So.
Yeah, I agree. They have nothing to offer more than, the majority of these niggas.
I'm not defending Cardi. I'm saying as far as her music, she's never said, go out here, dress up for a nigga, and fuck a nigga just because he want you to fuck him. Appeal
and
to
also for the guys in here, if you want to feel needed.
And I'm not defending Nicki either. Listen, I don't like either of those girls particularly, okay?
And for men, if y'all want to be needed by women, like literally just work on yourself and try to be a better partner and just be caring and honest and be yourself and you will know that you're needed. I have a boyfriend. I've been with him for 2 years and he's like the most like amazing person ever. He has empathy. He's nice and he does the most like literally for me. So it's not about like all men, but it's like men who don't want to be like good emotional partners. And nobody's saying you have to be perfect, but that's why people don't need you. Like a lot of women don't need men because they want men that are partners, people who are companions, not someone who you have to babysit. Like no. So that's it. And I'm not saying this because I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. I love men. Like I've been with a man for 3 years now. But the reason I'm with him is because he's nice and he is genuine and he is loving. He doesn't give me money all the time. I mean, he gives me money when he wants to. But that's not the foundation of our relationship. Our relationship foundation is him caring for me and him being a provider, not only like financially, but emotionally. Because I literally work in wealth management. I don't need money from him.
I'm going to say this before I leave. You guys, I have never stated I was married. I've never stated that I was in a relationship in any live stream that I've been in. I am 100% honest and genuine with who I am as a human being. I will never disrespect a woman, and I do not like it when people try to assume that I will. You guys are all disgusting people, except for the ones that have been cordial with me. I will clarify that. And yeah, you guys have the day you deserve. If you're a decent person, that means have a good day. If you're not, have a bad day. Oh, Lord.
Okay, thank you. Like I said, that man was on another live stream saying he was divorced. Like I said, that man was on another live stream saying he was divorced. I'm not playing with that man.
He really came here talking shit, huh?
He really trying to act like he never said he was divorced. I swear I seen that man say he was divorced. Stop playing.
Anyway, I'm done. Yeah, I'm going back to work.
So I guess none of the men got nothing else to say. No, wait, hold on. I got something to say.
Didn't say it.
Oh, okay. Wait, can I first ask your reason for why men hold no purpose? Because you obviously have a reason, right?
We have a variety of reasons. Who do you want to ask?
Okay. Yeah, give me the first one.
We provide for ourselves.
You provide for ourselves?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that okay? So is that the reason why you think you don't?
No. I said we have a variety. This is one. Is it not a man's role in society to provide for his family?
Yes. That would
okay.
Be
so I don't know if you or anyone you know have been raised by a single mother who provided for their family, for example, right? A woman can provide for herself. A woman can go to school.
I'm not only talking about that. She can
pay her bills. Let me give you an example. She can pay her bills because you asked the question. She can pay her own rent. She can feed herself. She can do all these things without having you're
completely missing the point. You're completely missing the point. The point is that you're saying that within a.
No, I'm answering your question first of all.
Wait. Okay, so why are you over talking?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Plautism.
Why are you over talking?
Hold the fuck up. Back the fuck. Hold on. First of all, I'm answering your question.
First of all, watch your tone.
Hold up, young blood. You asked the question. You said give a reason why men doesn't have a purpose. I said there are several reasons. Hold on. Oh my god, bro, you gotta be some Generation Z weird ass young ass skinny jeans wearing ass bitch ass nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Not the Grady's. Oh my god.
Yo, you was a child. You was a child. Nigga, ain't no way, nigga. My pussy too fat for you to be talking like this. No, bro.
Now, what's extra awesome is that the host of this stream waved at me, and I said, thank you for reminding me to unfollow you. He said, I don't know why, though, and I said, maybe because you allowed those people to gaslight and insult me without saying anything. You know, normal-ish a good host does. Or reactions you gave when I was trying to explain my point. You allowing a toxic stream, so why would I follow you? I did it 'cause it was required to join. That went past just a normal shouting match to a flat-out insulting me. I never insulted a single person. Y'all really need to grow up. And the host said, you gotta remember, at any point, you could have disconnected, and yet you didn't. Think about that. Ah, yes, more gaslighting. Where he's correct, I could have disconnected. It still does not change the fact that he was harboring a toxic environment and he just didn't give a crap. So I said, you gotta know how to run a freaking live. I'm not triggered, I'm just pointing out facts. Your group of friends are too trashy for me to be triggered by. And I am someone who has gotten bullied a lot on here in different lives. Your live is the first in a long time that did not upset me in the slightest, because you are too hood rat for me to be offended by. And I stand by that, people. I really do stand by that. So, there you go. This was one of the trashiest live streams I've ever recorded, and hopefully you were able to see the type of nonsense that the live chat saw, and the fact that these were some really, really trashy people. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I may split this into 2 parts. I don't know. But I just want to thank you, and God bless you. Bye.